It's called the syllable dividing mark. So it is about the writing rules of Pinyin. And by the name of the syllable dividing mark, we know it is used to divide Pinyin syllables. Okay, let us see some examples first. So for example, here we have two Pinyin syllables and how to pronounce it. Try to pronounce by yourself, okay? So in this Pinyin syllable, the initial is xi, final is yan, and read under the first tone. So this one is xian, right? So xian is one Pinyin syllable. And also this one, similarly, this one is pronounced as piao, right? So both xian and piao, they are one Pinyin syllable. Okay, so here we can use a syllable dividing mark to divide this Pinyin syllable into two syllables. So like in this way, okay? So here we use like this comma, a single comma, okay, here in between this Pinyin syllable. So to divide this Pinyin syllable into two syllables. So how to pronounce this one? So here we can see, because there's a dividing mark, so this one is Pinyin syllable dividing mark. So we know here we got two syllables. So this two syllables is pronounced as xi an, right? So before this dividing mark, this comma, so this is one syllable. And after it, here we got the other Pinyin syllable. So this one is initial is xi, right? And final is yi, and read on the first tone, so xi. And this one we got non-initial, right? There's no initial, there's only final and read under the first tone. So these two syllables is read as xi an. So compared to this xian, so xian is one syllable, and here we use a dividing mark to divide it into two syllables. So this one is xi an. And similarly, this one is piao, and here we got piao, okay? So this, before this dividing mark, this comma, the first syllable, its initial is po, final is yi, and read under the second tone, so pi. And this one we got non-initial syllable. There's only final ao and read under the third tone, so ao. And together, piao. So compare to piao, and this one is piao. We got two syllables. Okay. And also, please see some other two examples. So try to pronounce this one. So here we got the first syllable is di and r. So di r, and this one is hai o. Let's read again. Di r and hai o. Okay. So compared to these two like syllables, so if there's no dividing mark, right? So it is a little bit difficult for us to see where to stop a Pinyin syllable, right? Because the second syllable is begin with a non-initial syllable, right? So the syllable dividing mark is especially used in these cases. So when the syllable begin with like here we got u and so we got non-initial syllables, right? So directly begin with a final. So especially in these cases, so if these syllables comes after or come before another syllable, and it causes like ambiguity, right? So if we don't have this dividing mark, it is not really easy to see where to stop a syllable. So when these syllables comes after another syllable, and it causes ambiguity, right? So the syllable dividing mark, this comma, single comma, is used to distinguish the syllables. So here we use this comma to distinguish syllable. So the first syllable ends here, and then the other syllable begins. So here we use this comma to distinguish the two syllables. So then it is easy for us to see, oh, this one is D and R. Okay, so this one is just a part of the writing rules of Pinyin. It's called syllable dividing mark. So when we see this comma in between a Pinyin syllable, we know here we got divide into two pinyin syllables, right? So we use this comma to distinguish the syllables, and here we got two syllables. Okay, so this is the phonetic knowledge of lesson 8. And now let's open the textbook and do some phonetic exercises. So please open the textbook, turn to page 75, okay, 75. And let's see some phonetic exercises. Okay, so lesson 8, 今天几号? The meaning of this sentence is, what's the date today? So part 1, phonetics. Okay, so let's see. There are only two phonetic exercises of lesson 8. The first one is like discriminate the sounds. Okay, so listen, read, and discriminate the sounds. Okay, now I'll play the recording, and please try to repeat with the recording by yourself.
第8课，今天几号？第1部分，学习语音。语音练习。
1. 听读变音。上课。下车。不喝。脖子。可乐。祝贺。周末。广播。
Okay, let's read again. The first part. 听读变音. Okay, so please read after me. 上课。下车。不喝。脖子。可乐。祝贺。周末。广播. Okay, so when we read, please also focus on the tones of each group, of each pair, okay? So like the first one, they are both read under the fourth tone, 上课, okay? And next one, 下车, so fourth tone and the first tone. And so please also pay attention to the tones of other syllables, okay? And next one is a compare, okay? It's a collocation of tones. So like the first one, okay? So the first one, it's a collocation of the first tone and the first tone, okay? So all these pairs of pinyin, they both read on the first tone, and you can feel how to read two first tone syllables, okay? So also listen, read, and discriminate tones, okay? Let's begin. The first group, first tone plus first tone, and second group is a first tone plus second tone. So you can feel there's a tiny difference, okay, between the two groups when you read the first tone and first tone syllables, and also feel how to read a first tone and second tone syllables, okay? Now let's begin.
2. 听读变调，第一声加第一声。西医。今天。星期。香蕉。医生。飞机。第一声加第二声。中国。踢球。生活。今年。公园。欢迎。
Okay, please read again. This time, please read after me. And you can feel these pairs, it's kind of collocations, okay? So first tone plus first tone, okay? So let's read again. So for a first tone syllable, please don't forget the key words for the first tone syllable. It's the highest tone of all the 4 tones, okay? So it's very high and flight, okay? So please read. 西医。今天。星期。香蕉。医生。飞机. So you can feel both the two syllables are read rather high and flight because they are both under the first tone. And for the second group, it's first tone plus second tone. Okay, so first tone is rather high and flat, and second tone, the beginning point is lower than the first tone, and then suddenly make it upcoming tone. Okay, so please read after me. 中国踢球生活今年公园欢迎 Okay, so please practice by yourself, okay, as often as much as possible, okay, then you can get used to the collocations of these pairs. So for example, first tone plus first tone, or they read in this way, then you got like used to it, okay. So and also the first tone plus second tone, it is read in this way, and then your ears get used to these like collocations. Okay, so please practice by yourself these collocations of tones. Okay, so these are just the phonetics part of lesson 8. Now let's come into the text part of lesson 8. And the title is 今天几号? What's the date today? So we are going to learn how to express dates in Chinese and how to inquire about dates in Chinese. And it's quite useful because we cannot like live without dates, time in daily life. And we also talk about like dates, like what's the date today, right? And also what's the date of maybe your birthday, okay? So we have many dates. So it is necessary for us to talk about this in daily life. So we are going to learn how to talk about this in this lesson, okay? Now let's come into the part 2, texts, okay? Texts. So text 1, okay, text 1. First, we will read all these new words and expressions, okay, along with the recording, okay. Now let's begin.
第二部分，学习课文。课文1，生词。
今天，月，日，星期，星期一，星期二，星期三，星期四，星期五，星期六，星期日，星期天的，生日，下课，以后，准备，请，吃，饭。
Okay, please read again, read after me. And also we will confirm the meaning of each word, okay? Now let's read again. 今天，月，日，星期，星期一，星期二，星期三，星期四，星期五，星期六，星期日，星期天的，生日，下课，以后，准备，请，吃，饭。Okay, let's also confirm the meaning of each word. So the first word, 今天 means this day or today. Okay, it's a very common used word today. Okay, 今天, 今天. Okay, and next one is month, month, 月. So 月. Okay, and next word is day. We say 日, 日. Okay, so 今天, and how to ask about what's the date today, and we use the like interrogative pronoun 几 in this way, in this case. Okay, so we can say 今天几月几日，今天几月几日。So what's the date today? Okay, let's make a pause and then continue.